Well, as I just mentioned, we have Supervisor Lisa Bartlett here today. And one of the wonderful places here in Orange County that is just great for the whole family is down in Dana Point. They have the wonderful Ocean Institute. And today we have Dan Pingaro here. He is the president and CEO of the Ocean Institute. And coming up is the Tall Ships Festival, which I've been to several times. It's magnificent. So welcome to both of you. Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to be back again.
Yeah, and you know, we always know that Dana Point holds a special place for you.
Absolutely. I've lived there for over 30 plus years, and you know, we have the harbor renovation, which will be kicking off very soon. The Ocean Institute has always been one of our crown jewels in Dana Point Harbor. Yeah,
and of course Orange County in general has just wonderful beaches, and you can almost pick the type of coastline that you want in Orange County.
Yes, 42 miles of pristine coastline. We're very blessed.
Yeah, and I love the way that depending where you go, you can go, this is kind of Mediterranean, this is kind of this is kind of, and it's really special. And of course, you know, we've talked in the past about all the projects that are going to be happening down in Dana Point coming up, which is wonderful. And one of the gems down there is, of course, the Ocean Institute.
Yes.
Yeah, it is wonderful. And we've been down there many times, and it's great to have you here today, Dan, because it's a place I think that a lot of people grow up on, meaning many of the schools go down there. They have the projects, they have the overnight on the Pilgrim and all kinds of that. My wife did that when some of her classes years ago. And it's just a very special place, isn't it?
Absolutely, a very special place with a long history in our community and an opportunity for children of all ages to actually come down to the waterfront and enjoy the history, the culture, the beach, the sailing industry. It's just a lot of fun down there for whether you're doing an overnight and you're in 5th grade, or whether you're 50 years old and bringing your children down, or whether you want to come down with your children and grandchildren. There's something for people of all ages to go sailing, or down to the Tall Ships Festival, which is coming up in just a few weeks.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a moment. We're going to show a short spot that you folks sent us about the Ocean Institute. We'll roll that, and then we'll come right back.
Nearly 630 billion gallons of water. 7.5 billion people on Earth. 840 miles of California coastline. All connected by the ocean. And we're connecting it to you. We believe in embracing curiosity. We ask questions not for answers, but for experiences. We want you to adventure into the unknown as we explore the underwater world. Together, we open the door to infinite discovery through conservation, research, education, and experience. We are Ocean Institute, and the ocean is our classroom.
Well, we saw the overview there of the Ocean Institute. We're going to talk about the Tall Ships Festival coming up in just a moment. But Dan, you wanted to point out all the wonderful things that are down there, all the different interpretive centers and the Pilgrim, and it's just so much to see down there for everyone.
Yeah, it's a very dynamic location here in Orange County and in the harbor, and we recently opened up the maritime buildings right next to the Pilgrim. Many of your viewers might remember when they've last been down there, the barn and the old adobe building. That's now open to the public as a historical maritime center that's free to come in and learn about the history of Dana Point, Southern California, and the Pilgrim 2 years before the mast story. So there's a lot there from that standpoint. People can also go out whale watching with their families. On Saturdays and Sundays, it's open to the public at 10 o'clock. We go out offshore and we bring on board marine biologists and a very trained scientific staff. So it really gives you a deep immersion into what is basically the blue Serengeti right here off our coast of Orange County. It's a beautiful way to learn and explore about the ocean.
I like how you say that, the blue Serengeti.
Yeah,
That's a great way to put that.
It's a really dynamic piece of the ocean out there with a lot of different whales and sea mammals and fish as well. So it's a really a special place. When you're on this whale watching vessels, you'll see a lot of different animals out there, and it's just a spectacular opportunity to view our coastline. So we hope your viewers will come down, go whale watching, and also take part in all the free aspects that are at Ocean Institute, including going tide pooling with our docents.
We do that a lot. Yes.
And that's a lot of fun for everybody to go down there, whether you're a young child or an adult.
And as you mentioned, there's docents down there.
That's right.
So they can point out what you're looking at, and it's a lot of fun for kids and families. You know, we've got to mention, you know, you don't take anything from there. This isn't like years ago, people would pick up rocks and shells and stuff. But they're there to really help you and point out, you know, this is what you're looking at and this is what this is. And I'm sure you've done that many times, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the tide pools are just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, they get buses of fifth graders that come from all over Southern California, and some kids have never been to the ocean before.
Yeah.
It's an amazing experience that will change their lives forever. But you know that Dana Point Harbor, Dana Point is really known now and has been trademarked as the whale watching and dolphin capital of the world, which is very exciting for our community.
And I didn't realize, you know, nowadays they have just about year round you can go out, right? On
Absolutely.
the whale watching, where I thought it used to be just seasonal, they take the boats out, but now it's all the time. Or on the weekends at least.
It's year round that the boats are going out, and there's multiple different venues within the harbor that take people out, whether it's sailing or whale watching. We combine both at Ocean Institute, but there are other opportunities throughout the harbor and throughout the entire year to get out on the waterfront.
And I have to mention, although we're months away, but not that far away, the wonderful holiday lights that were brought back. And we saw them this past year. And it's just so much fun to go down there and enjoy that.
Yeah, there's something in the harbor going on virtually every weekend.
Yeah.
And certainly now through the holiday season, you're going to find a lot of wonderful activities and decorations. And we've got our Tall Ships Festival coming up, so it's very exciting.
And see, Lisa brought me an early Christmas gift right there. No, I got to point this out. She brought us some nice mugs and stuff like that. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I love it. You know, even though we're months away, there we go. All right, let's talk about the Tall Ships Festival. It's something that we've done as a family over the years several times. It's a lot of fun. So tell us about all that. And what if people are, maybe they're new to the area, they haven't heard of that before, what it's really all about?
Sure. The Tall Ships Festival starts September 6th and runs through the 8th. So 2.5 days of activities. We have tall ships from around the West Coast coming on site where people can actually go and sail on those vessels. We also have a lot of activities centered around the Tall Ships Festival, which includes historical reenactors. There's an entire mermaid show, which a lot of the young children love to go to. The mermaid brunch sells out every single year. It is one of the most exciting aspects of the Tall Ships, especially for the young children. We also, as I said, go sailing. We do the historical reenactors. This year, we're increasing the amount of live bands that we'll have on site. So there's a lot of interactivity with music on the waterfront, as well as an opportunity to taste some different foods and beer and wine tasting as well. And there's going to be a number of educational games that we'll be putting out throughout the entire area. That is all part of your general admission. And then if you want to go out on one of the boats sailing during the cannon battles that everybody talks about in the evenings, you can purchase a ticket for that as well.
Okay.
And that'll happen on both Friday and Saturday evenings, the cannon battles. So it should be a pretty exciting time for children of all ages there. And we know this is a great way to learn about the 30+ programs that we do year-round for schools and the public at Ocean Institute. So it's it gets us in the community and gets 10,000 people in this community excited about what's happening down on the waterfront from a historical, science, and even artistic viewpoint. And I want to point out many thanks to Supervisor Bartlett's office for her tremendous support in getting the word out about Ocean Institute through a mailer to tens of thousands of our local citizens. I really appreciate
and I should
that.
mention that you can sign up for the supervisor's email that comes out each week, and always mentions everything that's going on within your district and throughout Orange County.
Yep, it's a
just
great
in
way.
general.
Great way to stay tuned. But this is our 35th year for the Tall Ships Festival.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, we do want to point out where people should park, because yes, you can park down there if you come really early, but you have I know, at least one place off-site, am I right?
That's correct. And if you're real early, you can park down there, but the reality is that it's really good to go park at the Strand's Selva parking lot or the Dana Hills High School parking lot, where we have a free shuttle that'll take you on a 30-minute basis down and back to the parking locations. They'll be running from the beginning of the festival to 30 minutes after close each evening. So nobody has to worry. There's plenty of parking, and this will be a free shuttle.
And it works well. We've done that before.
Absolutely. It makes it so much easier. And of course, people can walk down there and bicycle. That's another opportunity. We see a lot of people utilizing that, taking their bikes on the bus and then just biking in.
Now, what are the hours? You know, you mentioned the cannon battles, but what are the general hours of the festival?
Generally, the festival is open from 10 to 4 p.m. In the evenings, for the sales and ales component, it does stay open later in the evening when we have some live music and food. That's right on the waterfront there. However, most families would be coming down from 10 to 4, and the shuttles will be running that entire time. You can get a ticket for a family of 4 for $50. They give you access to the docks, the music, and a variety of the activities, whether they're fun, reenactments, historical components, or some of the educational games, and even go visit some of the mermaids, all included in your general admission ticket.
Yeah, and as I said, we've been down there before, and it's really just a lot of fun. All the activities that happen down there. You mentioned the mermaids, which are very big. Now, I've seen in the past, you know, we've got a couple on the wharf
right
here. There they are. Don't you have one, or at least I think there's a photo that you might have sent. I don't know if I put it in or not, where they're kind of watching, and there's a tank that they go in, or on screen, or this. Yeah, that one right there.
So that tank is, we utilize that for our robotics classes that we do with students, and we do a lot of engineering and robotics. But during the Tall Ships Festival, the mermaids come in for a very special show. And as you can see here, a lot of the young children love to go see the mermaids. And it's absolutely amazing that they can swim underwater upside down for about a minute and a half.
Wow.
It's truly just amazing to see this, and their costumes, they look just like mermaids, and it's just amazing. There's 2 or 3 of them at a time. It really captivates the children, and it's like I said, that brunch sells out first thing. So there's still space available.
Mermaids too.
So you're welcome to come down. They will be there throughout the entire festival.
Now, you mentioned this tank is used for robotics.
That's right.
I haven't heard about that.
So we have a couple new programs that we've been implementing over the last year and a half, including engineering, arts, and math. And one of the engineering components, we've worked with Boeing to create a robotics course, and students put together their own autonomous vehicle, and then they practice utilizing it in that tank before putting it in the ocean, because you wouldn't want to lose it. So you learn the engineering components of putting it together and then actually driving it. So it really gives you a sense of what you might be doing as a scientist exploring the ocean. We've all seen the underwater vehicles on TV, on Nova, on PBS. Well, now the students are actually able to build these themselves. And it just starts to highlight for them different career paths. Maybe you become a scientist or an engineer or a funder who supports the development of these types of vehicles or create a business around them. So there's a lot of opportunities. We just heard, and if you'll give me another 15 seconds, we had a beautiful letter come in from a young lady who now works at Los Alamos Lab in New Mexico, and she had said that she got her start in science at Ocean Institute.
Wow.
And so from these small weekends that we do, or the longer programming for the summer, or the scholastic programs focused on robotics and engineering, come many great careers and wonderful people in our community. And that was just one anecdotal testament that we received in a letter from Los Alamos Lab this week. So we know we're having an impact. Orange County's having an impact nationally on our science and education, and it's great to have the support of Supervisor Bartlett and our entire community. So we hope you all come down, because in the end, buying a ticket supports the students' programs.
Yeah,
so we're really excited.
It does. Well, we'll make sure to mention this again.
Thank you.
One thing we want to mention too, in that you've talked about this in the past, but coming up next week, August 29th, you're doing a Veterans Resource Fair that people can go to. This will be up in Mission Viejo, and it's really a great resource for folks.
It really is. On August 29th is our annual Veterans Resource Fair, and it's great for the community at large, but certainly for our veterans, connecting them to important services that the county can offer, healthcare services, but also affordable housing services as well.
Yeah.
We have a number of veterans housing projects throughout the county that are moving forward. And then we have job opportunities as well. Many of the local businesses have specific job opportunities for our veterans.
Yeah, so this will be next week. It's on the campus of Saddleback College. And so if you need to go down there, maybe you can arrange some sort of group that you might want to drive down there and enjoy that. That will be from 10 o'clock or about 10:15 to 1. And it's being done over in the Services Quad area next to the Veterans Memorial that you dedicated.
Right.
Yeah, so very good. So if you want to go to that, we'll remind folks again about that as well. And the Ocean Institute, you want to find out more, it's oceaninstitute.org. So very easy to get information there. And the tall ships come up on September 6th, 7th, and 8th. A lot of fun. I mean, seriously, it's really good. I think people forget what's down there, and you need to go to these places. And if you haven't been there a long time, it kind of jogs the memory, and then you kind of see what's there. Even if you just go down there without your grandkids or whatever, just to go down, and then you go, wow, next time the grandkids, this is something we can go out and do.
Absolutely. It's a really fun social activity for everybody, and you can even come down and volunteer.
Yes. All right. A lot of fun. That's right. If you want to volunteer, we need folks. Thank you very much. Always good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.
Great to see you
Dan,
this
nice
morning.
to meet you. And again, you can go on the supervisor's website, and I usually just tell you, instead of the website name, just Google Lisa Bartlett, Orange County Supervisor. You get there, and you can sign up for her weekly emails that give you all kinds of events and activities that are going on in this area. We'll be right back.